Welcome back to Sunless Sea. We are going to be continuing on our voyage, which we'll drop by Rack first to finish what we did in Vanderbite, and then we will be heading to the Phantom King's hold with, now that I remember it, 5 caskets of wine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. And then we will not mess up this time. Where else shall we go? We need to go to Isle of Cats and maybe Igul too. So we are going south again for the most part this time. First stop is Rack. So let's go. We're back at Rack. So let's visit the royal hull. And then have any of the ships you sent come in? Yep. Yes, your ships came. Promise them riches, promise them knowledge, promise them pretty toys. Yep. And now one Rack scrap. Heart from the Fair King. Let's taste the tether. Yep. Within the rustiness of a broken battleship, the wreckers keep the tether. It is guarded by heavy bulwarks and priests capable of launching cannonballs across the room with their bare hands. It is the glory of wreck. Last time we grasped a knife. Let's go from bottom up then. Let's lift the cup. Empty, silver, modern, engraved with a simple floral scroll. It fits so well in your hand. It's awkwardly light, however. The matron leads you to one of the many doors. You follow her into the darkness beyond. Oh. Visions with the cup. The matron lights a gas lamp. The room is modest, with a well-kept bed in the center. Rest. Allow your mind to wander. When you are ready, I will give you the tether. You look away, allowing your attention to settle on a grandfather clock. Its hands are still, or a theater poster. Waterlogged beyond recognition. Let's go with the poster. Tether melts in your mouth. Damn carnelian heat, damn spotlights. Is your grease paint running? Oh, good heavens, says your partner, turning to reveal their absurdly large bustle to the audience. What a handsome gentleman! You turn, bumping your own comically sized bustle into his. A great laugh booms over the chuckles. Why would the governor bring his amused lordship to a bawdy show like the painted youths of Somerset? No matter, he's loving it, and that might be enough to get the act to London. Ah, I feel like these have the same effect as red honey. Like, these are kind of like memories for different people. Because they don't sound like dreams. They sound more rooted like memories. But maybe they are not as cruel as red honey. The Sunless Sea universe is a mysterious thing. Let's get a port report, yep. And then let's go visit the other, follow Echo through the hulls. Let's go get the thing. Escape Composer's song, yep. We need that for the hood. Although we might not go this time, we shall see. Let's go wrecking. Back to Vanderbite, okay. Okay, let's eavesdrop on the wreckers. Port Cornelian. Okay, these are places that I've visited before. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, our next destination, let me check, should be Phantom King's Hold. Yeah, for the cooks, for the Poisoneer's quest. We are back at the Phantom King's Hold. And we only have one purpose this time. Descend to an audience with the Phantom King. The Phantom King is the lord of the drownies, those dead who won't stop swimming. By some accounts, he is the lord of all who die at sea. Bring him a story to tickle his curiosity. Yep. Here, attend the Poisoneer's feast. The drowny court, soggy, chattering, hungry. Populate a table of carved coral. The Poisoneer claps his hands. Your crew scurry in with steaming plates. The seventh miracle. There are 7 courses, each named. It begins with the first touch on the skin. A plate of silky white flesh submerged in yellow sauce. Fresh, sharp, shocking. Next comes struggling against the current. A fierce terrain of coursing flavors. It leaves the diners watery-eyed and reaching for their wine. Before they recover, bowls of pelicans soup are set before them. Swallowed, the Poisoneer intones. The taste is deep and rich and heavy, lining the stomach. Several drownies lift the bowls to their lips to catch the last drops. A merciful interlude follows. The surface, high above, is a mild, palate-cleansing mousse. Afterwards comes lost breath, a roulade of still wriggling tentacles, bitter on the tongue's tip, but departing with a long, mellow aftertaste as it slides down the throat. The penultimate course, the abandonment of the self, is spun with sugar and crunchy with salt. Spherical cages of solidified syrup containing fiery sweetmeats. The filigree cracks between drowny teeth. The sweetmeats vanish down damp gullets. Last of all, the promise of what is to follow is a bruleed cream of inexplicable pungency. Indescribably Moorish, the diners lean back, bloated. When their senses return, they call for the Poisoneer and congratulate him upon impeccably reproducing the sensation of drowning in culinary form. It was not drowning, the Phantom King says, his baritone rolling over their babble. It was love. He raises his glass to the Poisoneer. Nice. I no longer have a bandage Poisoneer. I now have one of these. Bandage Chef Paramount. Ooh. Created a feast for the Phantom King. Nice. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Let's get a pot report. I think that's it. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Let's ask a boon of the king. Gain 5 supplies and 5 terrors. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, that's all we could do here. Let's look at officers. 9 hearts and 5 pages. His mastery of fish flesh would make an emperor weep. Indeed, indeed. Let's talk to him. Ah, yeah. It's already, like, he's already changed. We finished his quest. Alright, alright. I think that's all we could do here. Yep. Oh, so let's leave. Goodbye, Phantom King. Okay, where shall we go next? Okay, we need to go to Port Carnelian for Rack. Then we go Adam's Way, then the Isle of Cats. Okay. Wait. Since... Oh no. Let me check. Since we're quite in the middle of nowhere, let's try this. There she is. There she is. I'm sorry, Pirate Poet. I'm terribly sorry. Search for the Pirate Poet. The Merciless Modiste looks out at the wreckage, unconcerned. Oh, it'll take more than that to sink her. Come on, my dear. I know you're there. A survivor. The proud light catches the Pirate Poet desperately clutching a few buoyant bits of debris. The Modiste smile flickers. A pity, almost. Ho-hum. Okay. The legendary clay woman Corsair. She clings tight to the last few scraps of floating debris, defeated but defiant. Can make a deal. Yeah, capture the Pirate Poet. Throw a rope, the brig is waiting. A prisoner. The Pirate Poet does not acknowledge the Modiste at all. You, she gives a nod. Business, she states. Not meeting your eye, I understand. She holds out her arms for the shackles. There is no trouble on the way to the brig. Her sword is confiscated and placed in storage. Yeah. The Merciless Modiste quality is now the Modiste has reunited with an old friend. Yeah, believed to be a prisoner. Yep, I have a Pirate Poet. Okay. What do you have to say now, though? The Merciless Modiste. The Modiste and the Poet. The Pirate Poet has received and performed for many visitors in the brig. Not all are welcome equally. An artistic reunion. So I was thinking, we really should do this homecoming properly, continues the Modiste, cutting herself a slice of cake sent by one of the poet's on-board admirers. We could get rid of that silly hood, perhaps. Yes, something in taffeta would be wonderful for turning those cracks into curves, don't you think? The Pirate Poet growls. She reaches through the sail bars for the Modiste's neck. Safely out of reach, the Modiste just sighs, picks up her fork. Well, Tut, if you're going to be like that, sweetie, then you simply don't deserve any of this delightful sponge cake. Okay. What else? Oh, that's it. I guess we have to bring her back to Polytrim to find out more. Oh no. Blue Prophets. Blue Prophets. Kill them. Die. Die. What? A submarine surfaces. The irrepressible. The legendary vessel of the pianolist. As its ripples fade, a musical voice echoes in the dark with the crackle of an ill-maintained phonograph. Greetings to you, greetings and well wishes, fellow captain. You have betrayers on board, of a set untimely scattered. We would witness our betrayers taste betrayal. Such exquisite irony, so much to be learned. Will you yield them to us? The breezy musical voice shifts to the minor key. Your immediate response is politely demanded. Oh. What is this? In the middle of me fighting some blue prophets too. You have some poor timing, dude. I can hand over the Merciless Modiste. She seems mystified by the voice's demands, but one thing is clear, she will not go willingly. Or I can hand over the pirate poet. She's already in chains, that makes it easier. Or I can hand over both members of the set. Whatever the history, you wash your hands off it. I can refuse a piano list. They are on your ship, under your protection. Okay. I'm not afraid of you. I have defeated the irrepressible before. I'm going to refuse the piano list. They are on your ship, under your protection. An offer rejected. Silence, a long, unbroken silence in which to ponder the damage a submarine can do to a ship. The torpedoes it could fire, the blades that might cut through the hull beneath the waterline, the harpoons that could drag it to. Acknowledge, thank you for your time. The irrepressible submerges, its ripples soon disappear. Yep. Right. The fate of the pirate poet quality is now the past has been denied. Okay, let's continue killing these things. Thank you. I think last time we did recover feathers from the prophets. Let's record their cries this time. The prophets speak the names of those about to die. In truth, most of the sounds they make are more squawk than word. But perhaps you can glean something from the dying birds if you listen carefully. Truth in the dark. Names you know, faces you remember, perhaps. Gain terror, gain tale of terror and fragments. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we're very slow here because of these. Oh, we're way off. This way. To Port Cornelian. I don't feel right bringing the prior poet back to Polythreme either, but the Merciless Modiste is part of us. And she has been useful. Okay. Let's dock at Port Cornelian. Yeah, warn the adventurers of wreck, indeed. Yep. And then let's get port report at the Tiger in the Blue Bazaar. Okay, yep, that's all we could do here. So let's go to Igul next. Overheard in the brig. Now, don't pout. Who showed you how to use our sweet sculptor's chisel? Who helped carve where you could not reach? I do hope this unpleasantness will not cancel out the fondness we once shared. Why, for all we know, the king will be as proud of his prodigal daughter as we are. Prisoner's silence. Clash of art, a question of freedom. Interesting. A prisoner's silence, lacking proper tools, the pirate poet writes her final verses on the brick wall with a sharpened finger. The Modiste shrugs. Be that way, but know that once this nasty business is over, we would be thrilled to see you return to our little salons. They are not at all like that beastly Asterville affair. You would have enjoyed codex, the carvings, and the refreshingly quiet locals. She chews her lip for a while, watching the pirate poet compose. Such a pity you never let the sculptress have her little fun. The things she could do for you with her hammer and chisels. Horns, fangs, wings of shimmering bone. Mothers would scare their children to sleep with tales of your face alone. She smirks. Need I even describe the perfect costume I would design? The pirate poet gives it some grudging thought. No bloody arsenic, she grunts, and no bloody taffeta. Is this going to happen every now and then with the pirate poet on board? I guess they have a lot of catching up to do, isn't it? Okay, we're approaching Igul anyway. Seems... Oh, let's get this. And there's more things there too. Aether? No, it's a bound shark. I'm okay with killing a bound shark. A boundling, that is. And we have a wreck on that side. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Let's go. Okay, you have defeated a boundling. Let's carve bounding up for provisions. 2 supplies on prepossessing mass. Yep. Okay, let's... Mortal remains. Peel away the membrane and stifle a shudder. A half-digested sailor clutching a half-digested book. You dispose of the poor remnant decently, but what does the book say? Fair dealing. I met her again that September. Her hair was gone, and her hand, and she could remember nothing that had occurred to her before the age of 19. I could scarcely speak for horror, but she responded nonchalantly. I think my eyes will be next, she told me. I hardly need them down here in the dark, and the convention will offer me an excellent price for them. Reader, shun the brimstone convention. They will not cheat you. Worse, they will make you offers you cannot bear to refuse. I've gained terror. Seems like a horrific voyage this time. Okay, let's go for this. A wreck. Such a London wreck. Don your diving gear. Got 3 intriguing snippets. Not bad. Okay. Igul is somewhere near. Yep, it's up there. Let's go for it. I'm here to lose my Nook quality. Later, Modiste. Here. Let me see. Get port report first. Yep. At the bottom here. Sacrifice a memory of Nook. Freedom sits heavily on your shoulders. This will reduce your taste of freedom quality by 5. You will be able to spend less time in Nook each visit, but will gain less terror upon leaving. Okay. A release. You press the needle on your palm. There is a drop of blood, a jolt of pain. The needle grows. For the first time since leaving Nook, you can feel the pressure of your own blood straining against your skin. Intolerable. Hot. Too hot. Bursting in the air. A fantasy, a future. We will taste this. The pressure under your skin seeps away like the slow deflating of a balloon. It leaves a hole in your mind, already folding in on itself and becoming impossible to remember. Yeah, okay. I've lost 5 Nook taste of freedom. Okay. What else can I do here? Observe the first bit with a pilgrim or explore the supply rooms or help sort needles. Let's help sort needles. There are so many in different sizes and shapes and colors. Long ones here, short ones there. Some are iridescent, some deep black. The first mate remembers each of them. When it was grown, how long ago, what regret it captures. 9 needle photas. I hate. Let's consume 10 needles of photas. A person may embrace a cactus and survive. At this intensity, there is no sorting one regret from another. They pierce your skin and blend into you. Misunderstandings, injustices, accidents, betrayals, sudden death, and lingering death, and the consuming fear of death that eats up happiness in advance. When there is nothing left of my skin but the spines of Igul, then I will be allowed to rest, says the first mate. Until then, if I cannot alleviate these sorrows, I must at least bear witness. I'm now all acquaintances with the first mate. Interesting. Okay, that's all I could do for this time. Since there's like absolutely no more options left in Igul. So we shall go to Isle of Cats next for Isery. We're back on the Isle of Cats. Okay, let's get port report first. Here, invite Isery to join the 7 against Naida. Given Lorenzo's misfortune, you find yourselves in need of a new guide. You broach the subject with delicacy. There is a light in Isery's eyes that you would not describe as reassuring. Ah. An invitation for Isery. Isery is somewhat acquainted with Naida and the 7 from the memories of the well-travelled notary. You fill in the gaps, but leave enough unsaid to entice. Isery considers your offer carefully. I am intrigued, of course, and flattered. Who would not be, but the stakes are high and the prey inconceivably dangerous. I am selective in my alliances, citizen. They lean back, considering you. Oh, but I think my reputation is high enough, since I have a key to the Cage Gardens. So I can accept Isery's compliment and admit them into the 7. Isery's opinion of you is high. You have proven yourself exemplary. I accept. You reminisce about your association thus far, and the possibilities of your future alliance. Isery is eager to make themselves useful to the 7. I'll begin gathering what information I can about Naida and its environs. Travelers from the Elder Continent tend to be circumspect, but my bees won't care. Leaning close, Isery kisses your cheek with unmistakable warmth. To immortality. The 7 have found their guy. Yup. How many do I have now? Let me check. I have the captain, the financier, the guy is Isery, the healer, the propagandist, and the soldier. 6. Okay. I need Miriam, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Miriam. That's the 7 against Naida. Okay, the last step should be to go to talk to Miriam. Okay. But before that, let's buy a shipment of red honey. We haven't done this in a while. Yep. 1 frickin' of red honey, 600 echoes. Okay. That's all we could do here. Next, we shall go to Adam's Way. So let's go. It's the Modiste again. Overheard in the brig. Yep. A clash of art. The Merciless Modiste cranes to read the latest poem. Ah, your usual subject matter, my dear. The parapoet scrapes a line under its title. I must finish my work while I can. Others must be shown the way or it means nothing. You cannot understand. Could I not? The Modiste looks genuinely appalled. Sweetie, what is the purpose of our little set if not to struggle for art's own liberation? It is not just our own muses we give flight. but all creations that our humble work makes more palatable to the boorish ignorati. I do not think the rest see it that way. In their hearts they do, those that still have them. How long are you going to be torturing the pirate poet for? Okay, we're back in Adam's Way. Here we have recent news for you. Yep, a new day. Okay, let's assist at an animation's hospital. Let's try that. Here, ask the brisk cabinet to educate the monks. She has a unique perspective on the disease, being, as far as you know, the only person to survive it. Not just her, Rosina too. 2 lectures. My cure is not one that can or should be replicated, but in the course of pursuing it, I learned a great deal about my condition. The monks listened avidly. Afterwards, they expressed their appreciation with a sack of sliding black beans. The abbey's coffee is highly regarded for its robust, aromatic flavor. The prior is happy to tell you their secret. We feed the beans to a certain breed of sloth in the valley. The juices of their digestive tract dissolve the less ripe beans, while applying a distinct nutty character to the surviving superior beans. Then, once the bean has completed its passage through the sloth, we... Ah, this is the... this is that expensive copy luwak, isn't it? Okay, I got a lot of Tale of Terror this time. Okay, what else? Can assist in the cloister, carry water in the chapel of pyres. Let's try this one. It's 100% anyway. Where patients in their final throes rave on stone beds. Deathbed confessions. The chapel smells like a chop house at lunchtime. You make your way between the beds, tipping sips of water between parched lips and holding hands as hot as kettles. In their final fevers, the patients whisper their regrets, their secrets, their solace. Okay, let's leave. Return to Adam's Way. Okay, let me see. Let's listen to a storyteller. Ignore the gaudy entertainments intended to defraud visitors. Past the street hawkers, they will only tell you what you want to hear. Shun the tavern gossip, most of which is fabricated by the Mithridate office, the presser's propagandists. The buzzing of the bees. Climb the stairs cut into the hill. Sit at the foot of the bee-capped stone columns. They will shield you from the southern mountain heat. Be quiet. Listen. All storytellers share the shadow. The Prester is on the verge of declaring the Dawn Machine a blasphemy. London's bureaucracy is riddled with the children of the thief of faces. An expedition of foreigners recently put to shore to the west, then went south in search of the garden. They were discovered and given to the Red River. Always for port reports. Interesting. Oh, I cannot attend a funeral feast because I need something awaits you. Damn it. Okay, let's visit an exhibition then. Let's attend the Cabinet of Curiosities. A sign outside the tent reads, "Explore the natural and unnatural, the wonders of the elder continent. An impossibility catches your eye. Nourish here in a glass case, a stone grows from a stone yard." I've seen this one before. Yep. I need something awaits you. Oh well, return to my ship then. Oh well, I need to remember to keep the Mount Palmerston port report for this. Okay. Let's see. I do need to buy fuel and supplies. It's not too expensive here. I'll do that. Okay. Let's go to... Since we're here, let's go to Vachas next. Okay, this is the last one. A question of freedom. The pirate poet stares at the Modiste through the bars. The liberation of art. The pirate poet carves defiance into the wall. My words have never put another in shackles. Can you say the same for your frogs? Everyone's a critic, the Modiste wags a finger. More to the point, I will have you know that my dabblings in Nevercold brass were most sought after. The pirate poet hesitates. I miss the chains sometimes. Things were simpler before the poetry, before I could. She crosses out a stanza. Before my head was always full of words I can never get right. We call it being an artist, my dear. Is it any wonder so many of us go crackers? The Modiste pats her hand fondly. The words will come, sweetie. They always do. Art cannot be rushed. A pause. Perhaps it should be Chivvied along though. Under the circumstances, I wonder. She smiles. Will the lovely little bit of cake make you feel any better? Okay. Oh! This event. It's my something awaits you. Ah, no wonder I don't have something awaits you back in Adam's Way. You took it. You took it. Fine, fine. Okay, we're back in Vachas. What? I can't. Because she took my something awaits you. Oh my god. Okay, I'll go to Gant Pole and then I'll come back. We're back in Gant Pole. Fading Haruspex is unlikely to survive this final divination and cannot hold out for another beast. This is your only chance to get any answers you may be seeking. The greater your knowledge of the art, the more likely you are to be successful. The Haruspex cannot last any longer. Yeah, I have to assist the Fading Haruspex now. Too weak, she whispers. You must do it. The beast is strong. Its blood pumps thick and hard. You are performing Haruspicy. Oh, creepy. Elbow deep in the nearly dead, the Fading Haruspex has little time left, nor does the tris elegant. You pick up the ceremonial knife. She squeezes your other hand tight, whispering what little she can to guide you through the vivisection process. Your skill in Haruspicy makes this challenge easier. Okay. I can cut the flesh, reveal what lies inside, carve the path. A step closer, the Haruspice guides your knife. A careful slice here, a cut there. Viscous blood bubbles around the blade, hot despite the cold blubber under your knuckles. Wipe it clean on the cloth, open a way to the secrets behind flesh and bone. The beast's body thrashes in agony. You can see nothing in the viscera. Oh, although I succeeded. Okay, let's reveal what lies inside, carve apart. Yep. It's the same text here. The beast's blood blackens, viscous, oily. A pattern is emerging. Okay, I can pluck an organ or search for patterns. Let's search for patterns. What does the Haruspice see that even her disciples cannot? A nexus of ages, not something in the beast itself. For what could it have seen that directly answers any question you might have? Something deeper, in the tide, in the air, a gossamer thread of connections, slowly woven over centuries. Is that it, or is that just in your head? Oh, blood still obscures the truth. Let's pluck an organ. It will take careful timing to extract one safely. Through the parted flesh, you reach in and sever the connections. The warm, pulsing mass throbs in your hand, ready to be peeled and cut apart. What does this thing do? It has no human counterpart. That much is certain. The beast moans. It barely has the energy to quiver. You are on the edge of revelation. In morti ultima veritas, the entrails on the Haruspice's small table finally form a coherent pattern. For a moment, you can see what she sees. Oh. Secrets wrapped in blood and bone. The entrails hide so many truths. In this moment of clarity, you have just enough time to extract one before the Tris Elegant trashes its last. What should I do though? I can ask the Fading Haruspex question, because she is about to die, so this will be her last chance. Or I can ask the Sixth Witness question. What will her successor see at King Eater's castle? That was what brought me here in the first place. Ask my own question. I don't have a question. Nothing that is too important anyway. This is a kindness for the Haruspice, but this is also for myself. But I'm sorry for the Fading Haruspex, but I'm going to ask the Sixth Witness question. I have been waiting for the answer for this from her for a long time. She could have seen her own answers if she was good enough. But she isn't as good as she thinks she is. So, although this will not be very nice for her, I want to know the Sixth Witness question. You focus. The entrails have formed a familiar pattern on the ivory slate, the walls of an echoing castle, far beyond any sane captain's ventures. You cast your eyes from it to the east, over a temporary sea of muscle and sinew, blood and bone. What? In your head, an impossible answer forms, an answer to a question never meant to be asked. A witnessing that will change everything in ways that send shivers deeper than any bone. The Haruspice's grip slips from yours, the last of her energy spent. Her disciples pick her up and carry her away. Their accusing eyes refuse to meet yours. I'm sorry, but this is my Haruspicy. The Haruspice is no more. The Gant Pole awaits its next very beast. I can still do this? I gain terror, but I gain searing enigma too. Ooh. Let's get a port report. I can explore further into the Gant Pole with foxfire candles. Little light seeps into the maze of ventricles beyond this chamber. You hold up the candle. The flame flickers as you approach the dry tunnels. A slight breeze pulses through them, carrying with it a pungent cocktail of salt, stale air, and decay. You continue walking through the Gant Pole. What? The corridors of the heart, you wander lost in the depths of the Gant Pole. Continue onwards and inwards. Something at the center of the Gant Pole calls to you, to the part of you that feels tired, weary, that craves sleep without the inevitability of waking. Oh, what's this? The more you walk, the closer you would get. Okay, what happens? Endless tunnels. A gentle hum guides your feet forwards. Your eyes feel heavy. Somewhere here is a place you can sleep. You have earned your rest. There is no need to be awakened. What? Try again, you may have better luck. I am gaining some chances. Slivers of calcified heart rain down from the cracked ventricle roof. Okay. 12% now. The tunnel twists into 3 directions. You lick your finger. The slight breeze guides your feet. Lost. Every tunnel twists and turns. Is a little treasure really so much to ask for in such a grim place? The chamber. A glimmer of silver behind sight. The sharp smell of salt, where old sailors go to die. I succeeded? Okay. You have left the Gant Pole's ventricles. The Gant chamber. At the very center of the heart, the old sailors sit meditating around a briny pool of Gant, the color that remains when all others are gone. Most of their clothes have rotted away to nothing or been discarded with the rest of their old lives. The oldest of them sit like statues around the pool. Thick layers of salt armor their desiccated skin. I can join the old sailors, take part in their meditation for a while. Welcome into the fold. You undress and step into the shallow pool. Its surface is the silver of mercury, though that is only a trick of the darkness. Now that you're amongst them, the more lucid of the old sailors even acknowledge your presence. You are decades younger than even their most slightly, but the call does not discriminate. Okay. I can... Let me see. The old sailors. Silvery brine laps around your waist, as real as the after-image of a firework. The younger of the old sailors sit beside you at the edge, suddenly thirsty for stories of the world they left behind. Most of the rest just floats in silent meditation, long past caring. I can meditate on the Gant. The old sailors don't simply sleep in its embrace. A story not yet fully told. You close your eyes and sink deeper into the lake, letting it lap over your ears and cancel out all sound and distraction. Your heartbeat slows, a life of weariness tugs at your eyelids, and soon there is only blackness with a silver aftertaste. Sometime later, you awaken far from the old sailors, in a previously unexplored ventricle. Hours later, perhaps days, the cold air of the Gant Pole prickles your bare skin. Your fingertips burn. Handwritten text glimmers in the darkness, not all of it legible. A tale of a heart torn from its owner. A melancholy that calls to those whose stories are over and grants them an end. Okay. Can bring recent news. Share my secrets. Oh, I can only access the old sailors after the Haruspex has died. Interesting. Yeah, I need to come back a bit more first. Let's climb out of the Gant Pole. That was relaxing, but now duty calls. The more time you spend around the old sailors, the more difficult it may be to leave their company. Something like Nook, I see. A pleasant break. Your limbs still tingle with warmth as you climb out of the pool. The old sailors pay you no heed as you dress and head back to the Gant Pole's main chamber. Yep. Okay, I need a foxfire candle to go in. Okay, I get it, I get it. That's all we could do here. Let me see. Since we already got the sixth witness answer, let's go back to King Eater's castle, I guess. We're back at King Eater's castle. Here, the sixth witness. She waits to hear what you learn at the Gant Pole. The rewards of curiosity. You call to her, but she doesn't react. You touch her shoulder and it gives way. Salt! A sudden breeze blows into your eyes, whittling the statue down to just a small pile at your feet. Only the binoculars remain as they were, untouched and untransmuted. You pick them up and look to the east, past the deconstruction, where the known Z ends and the legends begin. Somewhere in the deepest distance, a light flickers. You hear the splashing of a distant wake getting closer, but it is gone as fast as any other passing fancy. The memory is already fading as you leave. I got another Searing Enigma. I have the salt's attention. She turned into salt? A witness to nothing, qualities now 3. The seventh witness has looked east from King Eater's castle. Wait. I am the seventh witness? Okay. Okay. Let's get a port report and then we'll leave.